There's a lot of different varieties of palms. Coconuts are one of them. Coconut trees bear fruit, not like the other palms. Here in Cayman Bay is full of all different types of palms. And palms grow best in these tropical climates. Next time you're out walking around, have a look at the coconut trees. Have a look up there. Are they young? Are they old? Are they drinking coconuts? Or are they eating coconuts? Let's see. Okay kids, here's the coconut tree. And here's your question for the day. What do you do with these coconuts at the top of this tree? And how many coconuts can you count? Welcome back to Cooking with Coconuts, episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. And today we're going to start with something fun. So all you kids out there, you've got a little bit of homework to do. Today, the first thing we're going to do is design our own coconut tree island. First thing we're going to do, before we put it onto a plate, we're going to design it on paper. Then using our favourite fruit, make up a platter. And in next week's episode, we can all see how it's done using the real fruit. So mums and dads, you can help post your pictures, colour them in if you like, or just write down the fruit you're going to use next to your plate on the paper like I did. This should be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing all your pictures. So please post them on Facebook at The Y. Here's Susan and Archie already starting on their fruit platter drawing. You can even colour in the picture if you like. Here's a quick look at my coconut tree on the island, finished. But next week we show you the full making of my platter. Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of Cooking with Coconuts. I'm Gourmet Greg. So recapping on episode 1, I hope you liked it. We went out and we found young fresh green coconuts for drinking. We also harvested other coconuts and we did find some older coconuts like this where we could make coconut milk and cream from. So episode 2, we're going to be looking at making fresh coconut milk and cream, even right through to cooking that cream out and making coconut oil. Okay, all organic, all fresh, and even it can all be free if you have the time to go out and find those coconuts. Okay, we go back for dry coconuts. We're just looking under the trees for any coconut with dried and with water in them. That's what they look like. We've got some more over here. Empty. No good, no good. No good, empty. That one's got water in it. That one's good, we'll take that one. Then we'll have some nice flesh in it. And if we look up in the tree, we can see the dry coconuts that haven't fallen off yet. There you have it, how to collect dry coconuts for coconut milk, cream and oil. Coconuts have been grown for over 4,500 years. There are many health benefits to eating and drinking coconuts. They're highly nutritious, they're full of fibre, they're health benefits for the heart. There's also powerful antioxidants that are really good for you. Today we're going to be working with the older coconuts, the one with the hard flesh and the water that's not so sweet, a little bit more saltier water. And as they get old, you know, the sweetness goes. They're older coconut now. So what we're going to be doing today is making coconut cream and milk from grinding or grating the coconut, or using some other methods as in a blender or with a fairly new style like this with the tool, grinding the coconut out. We've got a few to get through, so first thing we're going to do is crack our coconuts open, save the water, and then start extracting the flesh, all the meat. We've got a few to do, so let's get started. And we're just going to hit the coconut right in the middle as we work our way around. There we have it, beautiful fresh coconut. The one good thing about harvesting your own coconuts is knowing where they came from. You know, you can go out into your own backyard, to your own island, find fresh organic coconuts, haven't been touched, haven't been sitting around in shops or processed in any way. You can get them, they're free in most cases, and you can have a really good meal made out of your own fruits of your labor. Okay, now we have to grate the flesh, or dice it if you don't have a grater. You can use a knife, and we have to chop our flesh finely and pop it into the blender. And you can do this as a big chunk at once. The most important thing is not to get any shell in your coconut. Sometimes you see you get a little bit of the brown skin on there. That's fine, I'm not worried about that. Just the shell, any little bits of shell breaking into your blender, hitting your blades, it's not what we're after. But what we do need to do is to help the blender break down this coconut so it's easy to blend up with our water. Pretty happy with that. Into the blender we go. We're going to blend that up. Okay, that's method number one. Method number two is to get a big bowl, grab your drill, grab one of these attachments that actually drill. We can't take much more of that sound, I've got to turn it off. It'll drive you crazy. Now this special tool inside the drill is a ceramic head with some small little teeth on the side that really get in and grate the coconut for us. Only after about 5 minutes, we've created all this coconut flesh, all grated, thanks to this tool. Makes it very easy. Now all we have to do now is emulsify it with some water and draw out all that milk and oils and cream. Let's get the kettle on. Okay, let's use the blender. We've got our hand chopped coconut in there. Time to mix that up. This is going to be loud. Make sure you get the lid on there. Keep it all in there. If you don't have a tool like this, it goes in your drill. Then you can use the blender to help you. Here we go. That's how easy it is. Now we chop it first before we put it in the blender, just to help the blender out. Don't make it too hard on the blender. Try not to overfill the blender as well at the same time. There you have beautiful coconut flesh. Okay, it's time to start processing our coconut flesh. So for every cup of coconut flesh we take, we want 2 cups of warm water. We're going to put that into the blender and we're going to blend it, which is going to help us draw out more flavors and more oils out of the flesh. And then we're going to let it soak and sit just for about 20 minutes before we strain it through our muslin cloth and get the coconut out. You can put it straight into the blender. You can pack it in there. 1, 2 cups of coconut flesh to 4 cups of water, which is 1 litre. It's 4 cups of water. And we're using warm water here. And pour that straight in. Now, we're just going to use a low stirring speed to start with. And just give it a couple of minutes. And once it starts going, then we can turn it up a bit. And that's enough. So we can either let it sit in our blender. So while we're waiting for that to infuse, we want to get a separate bowl, a strainer, and if you've got any cheesecloth or mum's old stockings that we can pour that through, that's going to be our strainer. And we're going to tie up the coconut meat and we're going to squeeze out the coconut cream and oils and juice and the water and get all the really good flavours out of that coconut flesh. Okay, let's give that 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. So it's time to strain our coconut cream. Here we go. See on the side there, it's all getting stuck. I'm going to pull that out as well. Got froth, cream, beautiful. Okay. Now the next part is grabbing the sides all together, lifting them up. And I like to twist it like a little nest. All right, and here we go. I'm going to squeeze out that coconut milk. And there we have our flesh, but we're not going to waste that. We're going to do one more strain out of that yet. So we'll put that back in the blender. We're only going to do it with 1 cup of water this time instead of 2. Okay. And that's what we have. Okay, once we've done our coconut flesh and made our coconut milk, we're going to put that in the fridge and all the cream is going to separate to the top. Once that chills, comes down a little bit, that coconut cream will settle and we'll be able to scrape that off. And that's what we can take and make our coconut oil out of. That's in the next video. Oil and coconut cream is used widely around the world by a lot of different cultures. We will try and touch on a few of those cultures and a few of their national dishes to show you and to open up your culinary world of cooking. So this is a beef and coconut curry with chopped callaloo, reduced right down till thickened and then plated up and presented. The main ingredients in this curry is beef, turmeric, paprika, lots of cumin, coriander powder. I've got some fresh kaffir lime leaves in there. We've also got Thai basil leaves for garnish, some fresh coconut jelly, some steamed jasmine rice, and chili flakes. Okay, I've got a little chef's tip for you today. I'm going to show you how to take the fillets off a fresh mango. First you slice off the fillets and then we get a glass. A medium-sized glass, not too sharp, a little bit solid, and we put the edge of the flesh of the mango and we just slide the mango through the glass. Once we've done that, it takes all the skin and you can see there's no waste, and then we have all meat. We don't even have to use a knife. Here's my tip. This is what I'm going to use for the base of my coconut trees on my platter. So if you want to try this during the week, while you're waiting for the next episode, you can perfect your skills. You might have a mango tree in your backyard you'll be able to use. This technique's even good when the mangoes are overripe and you want to save the meat in the fridge for smoothies or some mango daiquiris. You can do all this for your mums and dad and prepare it really quickly, and you never have to really use a knife. Mum and dad can cut them all for you. And there you have it. Fresh mango fillets, peeled, no mess, no waste. Okay kids, hope you enjoyed episode 2 today, making coconut milk and cream and drawing your fruit platters. So don't forget to have your fruit platters drawn and ready for next episode next week, where we put our fruit platters together and we learn tricks on how to cut like a chef and slice and dice. Okay, looking forward to it. Can't wait till next week. See you soon. Thanks for watching.